Hey, Magic friends, welcome back. This is your captain here today, and we're back in black as we do some standard, normal best of three. I got the old black deck bag out. We're doing hand disruption and snow stuff. All the sweet things that we get to play first here. Get these pictures out of your way. This looks like a wiener, so we'll keep this hand. Let's get out here and see what we got. As always, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, help support the channel. I really do appreciate it. Hmm. Let's we got nothing else to do. Let's put that in there. I really do appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Put some comments down below to help feed that YouTube algorithm. We're doing this thing, huh? Oh, you know what that means. We are doing this thing. Also, to help, if you want to help the channel, you've already done all that stuff. Feel free to hit the description. You'll see a link to the eBay store, and you will also see an email. You can hit me up on some videos you might want to see during the holiday season. I'm trying to think about something special I might do. Might crack me a box of Modern Horizons 2 for you guys and post them online. We'll have to wait and see. You guys give me some ideas what you're looking for. Oh, that's the best thing right there. Not like 2 for 1 plus 2 damage. Because now we get to Bloodchief Thirst that guy and then take him right out of the graveyard, making this guy hate life. So let's kill this thing. The big thing about this deck, guys, when you play against a cleric deck, is they get the clerics out of the graveyard, so make sure you keep them out of the graveyard. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. So, so he can exile that one, but he's got to have something to kill. So what we'll do is we'll play this for 1, get rid of that little fella. Then we can attack for 2, get it out of the graveyard. Oh, he doesn't want to play anymore. Poor guy. All right. So with all that said, one thing we need to start looking for is you'll notice that a lot of this stuff was white. But the main thing we want to do is this is okay, but this removal is better. So let's get the Herald's Downfalls out. Let's slip in a Flunk. Honestly, I think we can get rid of these two, slip in 2 more Flunks. Only because we really need to make sure we get their hand empty. Otherwise, they're going to lay that 2/4 Angel that flies, start gaining life, then the stuff's going to get real big. So a little hand disruption is fine, but creature removal is a little better. And this is fine. So we've got 2 ways to disrupt their hand. We got a way to get rid of something small. We got a Wrath to work our way up to. Looks good. That's even better. That's our turn 3 play. So once we Elderfang Disciple them, we can get something out of the graveyard. Especially now. Well, now we won't do that. We'll Elderfang. Well, actually, yeah, we will, because we get another land. We can do both these in a row. Yeah, revitalize, whatever, dude. It's fine. Because after the next turn, if we get another land, we can do this and get 2 cards out of their hand out of 3. That'd be fantastic. That's perfectly fine. He'll probably take. We didn't take Blood and Snow. That's kind of odd, but okay. Oh, never mind. Now we're definitely playing this. Just because we need to get as much out of his hand as possible, because apparently he's going to be playing the Disrupt game along with us. That's fine. We still get a card out of his hand. We'll take it. He all dies. Okay. Perfect. Just what we wanted to see. So first thing we want to do is this. Let's empty his hand out. And he doesn't want to play anymore. Well, guys, that was a quick video. Sorry you didn't get to see a whole lot. Wow, 5 minutes in. Well, all right. Well, let's do a deck tech then. Let's fill up some space. Also, some other words for you guys to think about. Unfinity's coming out. Uh, we're talking. They're talking about there being some actual collector boosters for that. Um, those collector boosters, they're talking about maybe having serialized cards or at least the pullback cards, the peel away cards that we've seen come out in some of the um, secret layer stuff, right? So that's something to think about. To begin with, I wasn't going to get any of the Infinity just because I wasn't really into it. But if they do that, I'm really thinking I might pick up some collector boxes depending on price because that does sound pretty cool and it might be worth the money. So, you guys tell me what you think about that. Put some comments down below. Hit me up. So once again, guys, here's what we've done with the new black deck. We have two Field of Ruin, obviously, because my lands are a big thing right now. You have to have at least two. We have 18 snow lands, three Meat Hook Massacres, four Blood in the Snows. Those are our sweepers. Four Loth. Loth, this card is just so busted, guys. This is one of the best cards ever. Soren's a great follow up at four. He helps you draw cards plus make creatures. Here's the three extra land. Before I always complain about not getting any land. So you have 20 of the basic land. You have three spell lands. Now, like you just saw, normally they do come into play tapped. But on the rare occasion you draw one of these after you have 8 land in play, it is so nice to have a removal spell and actually be able to do something with it. The Celestis, the ability to just transform this thing from night to day and draw cards and discard cards, it's just nuts. It's too good. So we start with the hero's downfall because, well, it just kills anything. We have our basic four trespasser, four disciple, four acquisition experts. I went down to three deadly disputes just because I was running into some troubles. I was drawing too many of them. Four blood chiefs thirst, one eaten alive. And you may ask yourself, Clyde, why are you running one eaten alive? Um, I'm doing this because 5 mana can sometimes be an issue, even four. And the ability to sacrifice one of these guys to cast it is fine. And this is good because some creatures just need exiled. That 4/4 troll that comes out for three that becomes a token. That's a good one to exile. Edgar Markov, the one that flips over into his coffin and then makes 1/1s until he comes back out. That's a good one to exile. I have beat those cards before with just pure shenanigans here, but it's very hard, easier to do it if I can just exile it. So I start one on the off chance I run into one. Because I can hold it off for a while, but not forever sometimes. And normally I have enough time I can get to this card. So in the sideboard, we have two Raven Fieldmans for when you run into a black deck. You can swap these out for any two cards. Uh, depending on how much removal I put in, I often switch these out for Blood Chief's Thirst because it's the same price, does the same thing, and it's instant. Two Warlock class. If you come up against another Blood Chief's Thirst deck, this will break the lock because when you kill a creature, if you both have a Meat Hook Massacre out, they both lose and gain one life, so they break even. But this will trigger an extra life loss that they can't get away from. So I highly suggest playing these. Plus the ability to draw into stuff, and the last one too is really good. It's also very good against control decks. Since you run a lot of 1/1s, they don't want to kill. You can easily turn it into a lot of damage as you get down to level 3. 3 go blanks for anybody using graveyard shenanigans or anybody with cards in their hands. Ramps, control, whatever. The dragon deck that wants to take extra turns, it just destroys them. 4 flunks is probably the new and the best removal spell that I've come across at instant speed for just one black and one. Um, there's lots of other cards you can use, but this one is just so multi-purpose. That's just nothing better. Two Jadars, the Gulkar, only because when you run into those control decks or other decks, the ability to generate quick creatures that will die, you can punch them in the face, works very well with the Meat Hook Massacre, and when you start sideboarding these in, it also works very well too because you know your zombie's going to die. So they have to block it even if it's a chump and it's going to die. It'll trigger a Meat Hook Massacre plus a Warlock class. That's 2 extra damage, so it's pretty cool. And then when I need that extra removal from the exile standpoint against creatures and or planeswalkers, it is 4 mana, but it is still good. Mainly because a lot of decks out there who put those planeswalkers into their graveyards or normally getting them back somehow, so you need to exile them. And this is one of the best ways to do it, and it's really the only one and the cheapest one that you have so far that hits both. So, and if you're really desperate, you can cast it for two. I never have, um, luckily for me. But so there you have it, guys. Tune in tomorrow. We'll run this back again. Hopefully, get some better stuff. Unless you guys come up with the deck you want to see me play, um, or maybe I'll really bore you with about that mono white life gain deck that is fun to play but can also be very annoying. So, until next time, guys, remember, be kind. This is your captain speaking, and as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.